Okay, today we step back in time for a little while to remember and honor our past. The people we honor today worked hard, tried to do the right thing most of the time. They succeeded mostly, but sometimes they failed. We can all learn from their success as well as their failures. We do not make saints of them, instead we humanize them. The team worked hard to put this together, so I want to personally thank all of them. All of our actors have been multitasking, and May is a very busy month, as I've learned. In order to make it less complicated for them, we're giving the audience a sampling of Reader's Theater. By doing so, the actors have eliminated the task of countless hours needed to memorize. A bit of housekeeping, y'all don't need that, never mind. Okay, there are two guides today that will take you through the tour, Val Tiriez and Fariel Atif. These names do not sound Spanish or Cajun. What it shows, however, is a mix of all the people that are in this community, and we love them. The guides will begin the tour by reading a poem written by a local community member, Joyce Case. She too is a transplant. Joyce is a published author, and I feel her words are perfect for today. This is my grandmother's watch, and it's older than I am. That's old. It ticked for over 50 years before it quit. Today I wear it to remind all of us to stop and let time stand still, just for a moment as we go back and remember.
There is One by Joyce Case. If a family is so blessed, there is one who seems to be called to honor ancestors, to put flesh on their bones and make them seem alive again, compelled to tell their worth, their contribution, no matter how small. There is one to relate their story and sense somehow those of the past would know, approve, feel loved and appreciated. There is one who feels the importance of breathing life into all who have gone before and tell of their sacrifices. That one is the storyteller of the tribe, the historian. But in time there must be another one to pick up the torch and carry forth the message. How sad it would be to think of the family heritage, the precious story of who they are and who we are, covered in dust, lost to future generations. Ladies and no gentlemen, so we'll just start our tour. All right, so ladies, please let me introduce you to Father Juan, one of the first of the priesthood to serve in New Iberia.
Good afternoon. I am Father Juan. I was pastor St. Peter's Parish here in New Iberia from 1890 until my death, as you can see, is 1907. I was born in 1844 in Brittany, in France, and ordained in New Orleans November 7th, 1868. Perhaps the most dramatic, even controversial part of my pastorate was its beginning. I arrived at dusk, and being rather tired from my journey, I decided to go to the rectory with no ceremony and retire early. But then, at 10 o'clock, the doorbell rang. Well, at that hour, I assumed it was a sick call, so I answered it immediately. To my surprise, it was a delegation of ladies of the parish who had come to welcome me. Well, to me, it was most unseemly for the parish priest to be receiving lady visitors at that time of night at his residence, so I told them rather bluntly that they belonged at home with their husbands and children at that time of night, and if they wanted to see me, they should come the next day to the church. Well, apparently the ladies felt insulted and went home and complained to their husbands. From there, things really blew up. A meeting was held, and a committee formed to call on me and tell me to leave at once or be driven out of town. Well, fortunately, some cooler heads prevailed, and some of the men came to apologize. However, that those indignant ladies went ahead and started a petition and sent it to the Archbishop. Well, the Archbishop knew me, fortunately, and he sent me the petition, along with a list of names. Well, I stood my ground. At no time, during the time I was pastor at St. Peter's, did I receive female parishioners at the rectory, only at the church. Well, of course, if any of you ladies want to visit me now, you're welcome to. Anyway, after that inauspicious beginning, my administration became relatively humdrum. I was quite frugal, using what funds I had available to help the poorer members of my congregation, even paying their taxes, or sending boys to seminary at my expense. My main interest was to improve the education situation. I built a school for boys, which I called St. Peter's Academy, which started operation in 1891 with 50 boys. Unfortunately, it failed to win proper support, and by 1897, the students had dwindled to only 20, and I had to close the school. But I also tried to improve schooling for the colored children. I believe the politically correct term today is African American. I managed to make improvements to the St. Joseph Colored School for Negro children with aid from the Board of Negro and Indian Missions. The Good Sisters of Mount Carmel worked to help with this school. Unfortunately, it also had to be discontinued. I understand a school for boys was started successfully here in New Iberia in 1918. It is now attended by boys and girls, and they're celebrating their centennial year this year. I wish I'd lived to see it, but not all dreams can be realized in one's lifetime. My health failed me, and I succumbed at the age of 63. My last wish was to be buried here among my parishioners, my children. It is fitting. Thank you for your kind attention, ladies and gentlemen. Actually, it's all ladies at the moment, isn't it?
Thank you.
Thank you.